దాని తర్వాత Hello. Hello, Priya. Hello, Priya. Can you hear me? Because I think I'll do the spotlight in that, and if you want to do it, you can do it. Yeah, that's what we spoke, we will just spotlight. Okay, no, that's that.
નમસ્તે ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ.
નમસ્તે નમસ્તે બેનજી.
નમસ્તે.
મજામાં?
પ્રિયા, હા. હિતેશ,
નમસ્તે.
મમ્મી મજામાં?
હા, મમ્મી મજામાં છે.
સરસ સરસ.
નમસ્તે, હરિઓમ.
નમસ્તે સદા વત્સલે.
નમસ્તે ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ. નમસ્તે.
નમસ્તે
નમસ્તે.
નમસ્તે ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ.
ઓહો.
નમસ્તે ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ.
નમસ્તે નમસ્તે.
નમસ્તે.
અક્ષય, ઓ વાહ, તમે આજે જોડાયા છો?
તારા ખલાસ થઈ ગયા?
હે,
આપી જાઉં.
બહુ સરસ. હમ.
નમસ્તે ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ.
નમસ્તે.
નમસ્તે નમસ્તે. અવાજ ખબર પડી પણ નામ ખબર નથી પડતી.
Hello, namaste, Chandrakant from
હા,
Dhiru.
નમસ્તે ડોક્ટર સાહેબ.
ના ધીરુ.
ધીરુભાઈ.
ધીરુ ડોક્ટર નથી.
ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ
ડોક્ટર બની જાઓ.
હજી સર્જન જ છે.
ના, મને તમારો અવાજ અમારા
મમ્મી કહી દો.
ધૂનમાં નિયમિત આવે છે ને ડોક્ટર સાહેબ મંડે.
ઓ એ ડોક્ટર છે. ઓકે ઓકે. કેમ છે તબિયત?
બનો.
હે?
આર્ય કહી દો.
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ.
નમસ્કાર નમસ્કાર.
બાપુની કૃપા.
હરિઓમ તત્સત. જય ગુરુદત્ત.
જય ગુરુદત્ત, જય ગુરુદત્ત.
કેમ છો?
ધીરુભાઈ, તમે દિલના ડોક્ટર છો. ભજન સરાસ સંભળાવીને દિલ ખુશી કરી દો છો, આત્મા ખુશી કરી દો છો.
બિલકુલ સાચી વાત છે. બિલકુલ સાચી વાત છે ધીરુભાઈ. તમે હીલર છો.
અને પુષ્પાબેન
આપણે
બી
કહીએ ને
સાથે.
કે હીલિંગ કરે એ તમે હીલર છો.
એકલા ધીરુભાઈ નહીં, પુષ્પાબેન બી સાથે.
ઓ યસ, ઓફ કોર્સ. બંને
હા,
એમાં એવું છે,
definitely,
શિવ શક્તિ સાથે
definitely.
આવી છે.
ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ, ચંદ્રકાંત
એમાં શિવ
ભટ્ટ.
શક્તિ સાથે
તમે
આવી છે.
બધા ફાઇન છો.
વેરી વેરી નાઇસ. આપણે બધા આનંદ કરીએ
આપણે
છીએ.
મોટી ફેમિલી થઈ ગઈ.
નમસ્તે ચંદ્રકાંતભાઈ, તમે ભારતથી જોડાયો છો. સરસ. ભટ્ટ સાહેબ, ગુડ.
હરિઓમ.
માજી.
હરિઓમ બધાયને. જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. નમસ્તે.
મંજુબેન, તમે યુએસ થી જોડાયા છો. સરસ.
રાખી દો હવે, શું થાય.
નમસ્તે બધાને.
નમસ્તે નમસ્તે.
નમસ્તે. જય ગુરુદત્ત.
નમસ્તે
Nice
પ્રિયા.
to see everybody.
નમસ્તે ચંદ્રકાંતજી અને બધાયને. ભાઈ
નમસ્તે
બહેનોને.
પ્રવીણભાઈ, નમસ્તે.
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 So welcome everyone. Welcome to DSYM, that's the Sahaj Yoga Mission UK monthly meditation in November. So it is wonderful to see everybody again today, and we are very blessed to be able to connect with each other in these times. So as we heard just now, that it's like one big family. So we sit together. At the lotus feet of Guru, and we ask for blessings. So as usual, I will go through the program. So make yourselves comfortable and please do switch off the microphone. So the program today is that we will have opening prayers as usual by Smita Ben, and then pranayam by Gayatri Ben, 10 minutes pranayam. And then today we are very happy.
Meditation.
Can please mute the microphone. Okay, so today we are very, very happy to welcome Acharya Vidya Bhaskarji from the Omkarananda Ashram in Switzerland. He will be giving us today a talk on Sahaj Dhyan. So most of us are very familiar with Acharya Vidya Bhaskarji. But those of you who are new, he has grown up in the Omkarananda ashram, and since a young child he has studied the ancient scriptures and the shastras in Rishikesh, and he has written many texts, commentaries, translations on our ancient scriptures, and he is currently very actively teaching Sanskrit classes, running meditation retreats, holding practice sessions for meditation and Sanskrit. So we are very, very grateful to welcome Acharya Vidya Bhaskarji. And I think today also we will be having a question and answer session. So if you do have any questions that come up, please make a note so that when it comes for the question and answer session, the question is not forgotten, and we can get the answers. And then we will continue with chanting of the Guru Mantra. We all know the power of the Guru Mantra. For those of you who are new, please keep the microphone off, but chant from the deepest of our hearts. And we ask that the vibration of this mantra fills the universe. And this mantra leads to Sahaj Dhyan, so then we will have a chance to sit in Sahaj Dhyan together and then finish with the closing prayers and Aarti. So we'll finish at 1 o'clock. And now let's focus within, focus on Guru as we sit together and start. So Smita Ben will start with the opening prayers. Thank you, Smita Ben.
Jai Guru Datta. Thank you. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnana Murtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Shakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadagurum Tam Namami Om Sahana Bhavatu सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विना वदितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः 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 जय गुरुदत्त
Jai Guru Datta. Gayatriben, yeah, I think we'll have to unmute the microphone.
Hello, Jai Guru Datta, everyone. Namaste. Please sit nice and straight, spine erect, your head is straight, your shoulders are relaxed. And for a second, just concentrate on your breath. We're going to do pranayams. Prana is the life force and yama is to control. So with the breathing techniques, you're trying to balance your mind and also the inner organs. So for a second, just take a deep breath in. Breathe in all goodness, all positive, all happiness. Hold. Exhale all carbon dioxide, all bad thoughts, and all negativity, and all detox from the body. Again, gently and slowly, take a deep breath in, breathe in through the lungs, through your kidneys, through your navel region. So breathe in, inhale, 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 hold, exhale, 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 exhale. Again, inhale, Hari Om Tat Sat, Jai Guru Dat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Jai Guru Dat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Jai Guru Dat. Hold. Again, exhale, Hari Om Tat Sat, Jai Guru Dat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Jai Guru Dat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Jai Guru Dat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Jai Guru Dat. And just scan for yourself, see how you're feeling. This morning we're all gathered together. It's such a wonderful feeling. It's such a wonderful day. And we'll start pranayam together now. So with a smile, you're looking after yourself. Pranayam helps your inner organs. So when you breathe in, new oxygen go in and gives a massage to your inner organs. And then it also helps your brain. So you're balancing your mind and also your calming down your brains. So we'll do 3 pranayams together today, and we'll go slowly. So pranayam also to look after yourself and your inner soul and your mind. So let's do it together. We're going to start with Prastrika. There are 3 forms, 3 types you can do. And Prastrika gives a massage to your inner organs, and it also takes in new oxygen. And any diseases that you're suffering from, if you practice regularly, all that disappears. So make a fist, thumb in, yeah, tucking with a smile. What you're doing is so good, so beneficial to yourself. And it's called inner engineering. We cannot see what's happening, but a lot of changes happen within yourself. And it brings that happiness out that we are looking for. So let's do it together. Make a fist, tucking your shoulders, and then you breathe in, up hands, and you breathe out forcefully. Again, you breathe in. Again. We'll do 5 rounds. 2, 3, 4, 5. You can also do it sideways, whatever is comfortable, or you can also take your shoulders up to your ears and you breathe out forcefully. So you're emptying all that detox from your body and taking in new oxygen. So again, just observe, feel the changes. You can feel tingling sensation. You may feel peace. You may feel the mind going quieter. Or there's blood rushing. Always observe the changes within yourself. Now we go to the next pranayam, and this is Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is the king of the pranayam. Kapalbhati is the, Kapal means forehead and Bhati means purification. So you're purifying your head. So when we do Kapalbhati, you think positive, you become a positive person, and all the detox comes out. So we'll do it together. This is also good for people who have blood pressure. It lowers it, but you do it slowly. You don't do it fast. With practice, you become faster, slowly, and by doing it regularly. So Kapalbhati is done like this. Most of us have done it. Most of us know it. But if you don't know, you can hold your hand on your stomach and you just exhaling energy. You're exhaling air from your nose. So this is how you do it. And whoever has done it before, you can be in a Gyan Mudra. Put your hand on your knees and we're just exhaling slowly and gentle. Yeah. And inhalation happens automatic. This is very good. This also gives a massage to all your inner organs. So let's do it together. Close your eyes and just gently, and everyone is different. So do according to your capability, whatever you can do. So let's do it together, just exhaling, and we'll leave this at least 10 rounds together. Once you've finished, just observe the changes. All your inner organs are getting a wonderful massage, and all new oxygen is going inside. Just observe the changes. We'll do 3 rounds. So again, we'll do another round together. We'll start again, exhaling, and inhalation happens automatic. So this also brings you to a happy mood, brings you to the ananda that we're looking for. Once everything is cleared, all this negativity, this is got that delete button that you're using. So Kapalbhati is a delete button in your body. What we use in a computer, we use it in our body, and that's Kapalbhati. So let's do it together. And once you finish, just relax. Observe the changes. Observe the calmness, the peaceful mind, the no thought. There's no thought at the moment. Just observe that. We go to the next pranayam when you're ready. If I'm going fast, I'm so sorry, but just do whatever you can. We go to the next pranayam, and the next pranayam is Anulom Melom. Anulom Melom is very good. People who are suffering from stress, anxiety, insomnia. It's alternate nose breathing, and it also helps with the balancing. It balances your left and right nostril, which we call Ingra and Pinga. So we're going to do it gently. So you can use your index and your thumb finger, or some people like to use the ring finger and the index finger. So whichever you're comfortable. So you again close your right nostril, you exhale. You inhale, 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 close both nostrils, and then you exhale from right. Exhale, 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 exhale. Again, inhale all goodness, all positive, all happiness, and all good thoughts. Close your nostrils, both nostrils. Exhale, 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 all bad thoughts, all negativity, and all detox that we have in our body. Do 2 rounds of your own. Again, once you've finished, observe the changes within yourself. Observe the quiet mind, the peaceful mind, and that happy soul that's sitting in there, which is the Lord. Again, when you're ready, we move to the 3rd pranayam, and this is Brahmari. Brahmari is the bee humming. This is very good, especially with people who are suffering from stress, panic attacks, people who are always got anxiety, stress. It calms you down, and it also balances in your body, brings a balance to your breath and to your mind. So we do it together, and it's also got a healing energy. So when we do it in a group, it heals you. So wherever you've got aches, pains, if you send that energy, it's going to heal your body part, wherever you've got the energy. So wherever you've got the pain, sorry. So let's do it together. You take a deep breath in through the nose, and then you close your mouth and breathe out from the nose. And while breathing out, you're chanting the M. Yeah, so let's do it together. You can sit in whichever position you are comfortable. So let's do it together with a smile. What you're doing is so good. It's wonderful. So let's do it together. Take a deep breath in. And let's start humming together. We're going to do 3 rounds. Again, take a deep breath in. Breathe fully through you. Fill that belly of yours with the air. Goes through the navel region, through your kidneys, and through your lungs. So again, take a deep breath in. And let's hum together. And last round, and a louder round. So you can make a louder humming sound. Breathe in. You could have also done it with closing your ears, your senses, and we're trying to balance all your senses together. So just feel, observe the changes, see how much peace you're finding within yourself, that happiness within yourself, and that calm mind, that your mind calming down. Just observe for a second. And then we're going to open our hands, eyes, close your, both have your hands together, rub. You need to wake up. We've got a wonderful session coming up. So rub, rub, rub. With your energy, healing yourself. Close your eyes, place those palms, and again, just chant them. Again, cross round, rub, rub with a smile. Breathe in and chant them. And lastly, before I go, we're just going to have a little one session just to laugh. So let's all just laugh together. You can unmute yourself and let's laugh. Good to be happy, good to laugh. Let's laugh. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Priya. Over to you.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Gayatri Ben. So now we're very, very happy to welcome Acharya Vidya Bhaskarji. Thank you for taking the time to join us today and speak with us on Sahaj Dhyan. Welcome to Acharya Vidya Bhaskarji.
Hari Om, everyone. Can you see me?
No, can't see you, sir.
Can't see me? Okay. I think it is a technical issue on my side. But you can hear me?
Yes.
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 So, okay, I'll just speak then instead of you can't see me, but that's okay. So,
Mind you, would have loved to see you, sir.
yes. The issue is, it's, that we had the retreat and then one our technical person, he must have rearranged something now. So I'm so sorry. But anyway, let me start with a prayer for the benefit of everyone, of all beings. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. The Sahaja path is really something quite remarkable in that, on the one hand, we say nothing at all is needed in the Sahaja path. It is completely effortless. The very word Sahaja means natural, without any strain, without any endeavor, without any tension, without any need to pressurize yourself towards any goal. But on the other hand, we need to open ourselves to that. So there is this mystery. There are these two sides to this path. It is not that we don't do anything at all, and yet on the other hand, we don't do anything. So you have to understand this contradictory nature of the Sahaja Marga, the Sahaja path. Also, there are a lot of yogis and masters in this path that are usually not talked about. I always feel a little bit of a regret when I see that. For instance, who among you has heard of the 84 Siddhas or the 64 yoginis, all of whom were practitioners of the Sahaja path? Of course, right there we have Lord Dattatreya, who is one of the 84 Siddhas. But there are so many more, and they're legends or stories. We should say stories because a lot of these narrations contain truth on a very deep level, sometimes difficult to understand for a modern human being in the 21st century. And yet we know that mysterious things happen, that the laws of nature can be broken. Therefore, I personally take these stories as quite literally true, even though perhaps sometimes they also have a deeper meaning. So today, before talking about Sahaja meditation, I want to tell you a story I am quite confident none of you have ever heard. It is about one of the 84 Siddhas, known as Kanha or Krishnacharya in Sanskrit, Kanha in the colloquial language. And he lived in Bengal or Odisha. It is not quite sure because the geography in ancient times was quite fluid. So what is today known as Bengal was partly Odisha or the other way around. And he showed great spiritual potential even as a youth and became a sannyasi, a monk, at quite a young age, traveling around northern and eastern India, we should say actually. Eastern, even southern, eastern, southern, because Odisha is sort of the contact between the northeastern part and the southern part of India. And one day, as he was traveling about as a renunciant, as a monastic monk, he met a great guru of the Sahaja path called Jalandhara Natha. Some of you might have vaguely heard this name. Sometimes these names appear in bhajans, in sacred songs. And this great guru gave him what is called Shaktipata. Shaktipata means the descent of energy. And this is the beginning of the Sahaja path always, where a great guru lets the energy descend, which then awakens something in you, like placing a seed inside of you, then slowly turns into a plant, and then slowly turns into a great mighty tree. So Krishnacharya or Kanha received Shaktipata from his great guru Jalandhara. And the story goes, this story is told by Abhayadatta of Bengal, who wrote a text called The Lives of the 84 Siddhas. The story goes that it took 12 years, and I want all of you to listen closely. Those of you who know Bapu Shri and who have heard the stories about Bapu Shri, there's something very similar there. It took 12 years of sadhana for this sadhaka, we should say, Kanha or Krishnacharya, to receive a vision of the deity. Suddenly, he received a vision of Lord Shiva with many, many arms and dancing. Sort of, we would say it is like Lord Nataraja, but it was not Nataraja, it was a different kind of Lord Shiva, and surrounded by yogis and yoginis. And as the vision unfolded, the earth trembled. And Krishnacharya was so deeply pulled into this experience that he was sure he had attained his goal. But this is where the story has a twist. At that instant, a goddess appeared to him. These goddesses are very mysterious beings. They sometimes look very fierce with their hair open and their eyes are rolling, so they don't look like your standard goddess, very fierce goddesses. A goddess appeared to him and started scolding him and said, "Kanha, this vision is only part of the beginning of your Sahaja path. It is not the end. Go back to your seat and meditate." Thus, Kanha came back to his sadhana seat, his asana, and continued meditating. And many siddhis, many supernatural powers began to manifest around him. People experienced spontaneous healing in his presence. Others experienced spontaneous shaktipat. So people who would come into his presence would suddenly feel the energy inside their bodies activated, the energies inside their mind activated. They would experience heat. They would have visions of deities and many other mysterious things. And from time to time, our hero, Kanha or Krishnacharya, could not resist putting these siddhis, these powers, to a test. For example, one day, he placed his foot upon a rock, and suddenly a footprint of his became visible in the rock and stayed in the rock. And those of you who have been to Kailas, sometimes when you go around Kailas, the people guiding you there, they take you aside and they tell you that there is a footprint of a great yogi or a handprint of a great yogi somewhere. Or in southern India, in Kanyakumari, there is a footprint of a yogini, a great yogini meditator. So this is something that seems to have been common in ancient India, that great yogis, yoginis left handprints or footprints in rock. I have heard this on numerous occasions. Even in Tibet today still, great yogis, they leave their handprints or footprints. This is a very interesting phenomenon. So Kanha, this great yogi, left his footprint, but in that moment, again, this fearful goddess appeared to him and scolded him and said, "Kanha, go back to your meditation seat." And after a while, his practice deepened, his samadhi, his concentration deepened, his absorption deepened. And again, he experienced a surge of these siddhis, these powers. And suddenly, he found himself levitating above the ground. Of course, in the 21st century, it is hard to believe this, but it happens. I really believe this. You know, I'm very critical as an academic and scholar, but I really believe that these things happen. They happened to great masters in the 19th century, such as Lahiri Mahasaya and others. So why not in the ancient past? He saw himself levitating and he thought, oh, amazing. And in that instant, my dears, again, this goddess appeared and scolded him and said, "Kanha, go back to your asana." And the story goes that on the fourth occasion, when he rose from his seat, 7 chatra. Chatra are like these royal umbrellas we have in the temples. 7 chatras and 7 damarus, like Shiva has a damaru, a drum playing, began floating above Kanha's head with a sound resonating through the air. And they stayed there. They didn't go away. And there were something like 500 people around Kanha who witnessed this. And Kanha told them, now nobody can tell me I haven't reached the goal. So he got up, and together with his disciples, they went on a pilgrimage to Sri Lanka. And on the way, thousands of people started joining them. The story says that 3,000 followers joined them on this trip to Sri Lanka. And when they reached the coast of Rameshwaram, which is in southern India, it is just on the other side of Sri Lanka, on the Indian coast, Krishnacharya or Kanha began to show off his siddhis and hopped across the surface of the water. And in his mind he thought, even my guru cannot do this. Even the great Jalandharanath cannot do this. And no sooner had he spoken these fateful words in his mind, he began to sink into the water. And soon the waves of the ocean pushed him back to the sandy shores of Rameshwaram, Dhanushkoti. I have been there. It is really very sandy. Those of you who have been there, there is a lot of sand there. And the waves threw him onto the shore. And as he turned over, there was sand in his mouth and he had to spit out his sand. He spit it out. And in that instance, he saw his guru, Jalandharanatha, levitating in the sky above him. And his guru said to him, where are you going, Kanha? What is the matter? What's going on? Kya baat hai, right? What is the problem? So in that moment, Kanha confessed his pride to his guru, and Jalandhara laughed and told him to go to Patna. Patna is in modern Bihar. And he said that in Patna, Kanha would find one of Jalandharanatha's most advanced students, a weaver, somebody who does weaving, and that he should do everything the weaver asks him to do. Obey him wholly and fully, and you will realize the meaning of sahaja, which you have not yet understood, the great guru said. So Kanha bowed to his guru, and in that instant, he discovered that his siddhis were suddenly back. The chatra, the royal umbrellas, and the damarus reappeared in the sky, and he could again walk on water, and he could leave footprints in the rock. So, obeying his guru's instructions, Krishnacharya and his followers traveled to Patna. And he told his disciples to stay outside the city, and he would seek out the weaver. So he went down the main street of the city, where all the weavers had their shops, and with his powerful drishti, his powerful gaze, he broke the threads of the weavers. And each of the weavers began to retie their threads. So he knew that none of these could be great yogis. So he went on, and at the end of the street, almost on the outskirts of the city, he found a weaver whose thread spontaneously, sahaja, rewound itself. The thread was broken through his drishti, but it spontaneously rewound itself. And that is when Kanha knew this must be the man which Jalandharanatha asked me to speak to. So he did pradakshina of him and said to him, please teach me the meaning of sahaja. So the weaver asked him, do you promise to obey me in everything? And Kanha said, yes, I do. So the weaver asked Kanha to follow him, and they came to a shmashana, a cremation ground, where they found a corpse. It's very common to find a corpse in a cremation ground. And the weaver asked him, and this is where the story gets a little scary and a little bit difficult to believe, but don't worry. Nothing will happen to you. The weaver asked him, can you eat the flesh of this corpse? And Kanha thought, oh my goodness, this man is crazy, but I promised to do what he said. So he took out a knife and he was just about to cut off a little bit of the corpse. And then the weaver shouted at him, Are yaar, not like that, like this. And the weaver transformed into a wolf. And after he came back into the normal human form, he told him, you can only eat meat if you can transform yourself into an animal, not as a human. So then the weaver continued his instructions and told the astounded disciple to eat dirt. He pointed to the earth and said, eat dirt. Can you eat this? Eat dirt. And Kanha said, if I do this, people will ridicule me that I am eating mud. I will not do it. So you see, pride came in the way. Whereas the weaver in his hand took some dirt, put it in his mouth, and it became amrita. Amrita means nectar. And he threw some of the dirt to the devas, to the gods, and they received it and it turned into amrita. And he threw some of the dirt to the nagas. The nagas are the serpent beings in the lower world. And the nagas received it and it became amrita. And after this, they returned to Patna, and the weaver bought food and drink for 5, at that time the currency in India was dinara. For 5 dinaras, he bought food and drink, and he told him, call all your disciples and we will celebrate together. We will celebrate a feast. And Kanha thought, I have 3,000 people waiting outside. How is he going to feed everybody? But when all the disciples were assembled, the weaver blessed all the offerings, and suddenly their bowls filled with rice, sweets, every kind of delicacy. And the food lasted for 7 days. Even after 7 days, there was still enough food. And Krishnacharya thought, there is no end to this. I'm going to leave. He was fed up. He was jealous of the weaver, you see. He was envious. So he called out to all his disciples and said, let's go. And the weaver shouted after them an upadesha. Upadesha means a sacred instruction in the form of a song. All the Sahaja masters, they were always singing sacred, spontaneous songs. So this is in ancient Bengali or ancient Odia, the Odisha language, but I will translate in English. Ah, you miserable children, you are ruining yourself. You belong to the type of yogis who separate Sahaja from daily life. What will you gain by running away? The royal Chatras and Damarus, these royal umbrellas and damarus, they are small siddhis. Meditate and realize the nature of sahaja. But Kanha the Guru did not want to listen. He led them on and they traveled to the east, to a town around 450 miles to the east of Somapuri. Somapuri was probably in modern Bihar, but so this is approximately in Bangladesh probably. And on the outskirts of a town, they saw a young girl sitting beneath a lychee tree laden with fruit. So he said to the girl, "Give me some fruit." And she said in response, "I will not." Kanha became angry, and with his powerful drishti, his powerful gaze, he plucked one of the lychees. No sooner had the fruit fallen down, the girl with her power, she also had siddhi. With her power, she sent it back to the tree. And Kanha became even more angry. Instead of realizing that this girl was a goddess, he cursed her, and she began bleeding from every part of her body. A crowd gathered around them, and all his disciples and the crowd, they murmured. Yogis are supposed to be kind, but this yogi is a killer. At that instant, Kanha realized what had happened to him. All his siddhis, all his powers had turned him into a bad person. So he undid his curse and the girl recovered. But the moment she had recovered, she uttered a counter curse upon him. And that is when Kanha fell to the ground, vomiting and bleeding violently. He realized that his end was near. He begged his companion, who had siddhis as well, to go to a sacred mountain, the Sri Parvata mountain in South India. This is near Tirupati, and to bring him a herb that could cure him. Because she had yogini powers, she covered the journey in just 7 days rather than many weeks or months. And she found the herb and returned to Bangladesh or Bengal. But on the last day of her journey, just before she came back to the town where Krishnacharya was waiting, she met an old lady who was weeping by the side of the road, failing to recognize that this was the very same goddess who had cursed her master. The yogini stopped to ask the old lady the cause of her distress. "Why are you weeping?" And the old lady said, "Isn't the death of the Lord Kanha sufficient cause to weep?" Upon hearing that her beloved Guru had died, the yogini threw away the herb and rushed back to the town. She expected to see the smoke of a funeral pyre, but instead she found her master, Kanha, alive, but nearing death from the curse. The yogini began to weep and told Kanha how she had been tricked into throwing away the herb. At this moment, my dears, the great yogi realized the consequences of karma. He realized that his pride, his actions, his anger had all led to this result. And then he surrendered to his guru. He surrendered to the goddess. And that is when he attained the fruit of the Sahaja path, which is, in truth, the natural awareness of our mind after we have surrendered to the guru, after we have surrendered to the goddess, completely handing over the ego. This is the key ingredient of the Sahaja path, which everyone forgets. Not everyone, but many people forget it. They think Sahaja means the natural awareness only. No, it is the natural awareness after we have surrendered our ego to the Guru, after we have surrendered our ego to the deity. This is so essential, my dears. And he attained the fruit of the path, and he knew he had only 7 days left. And during these 7 days, he sang many spontaneous songs. Many of these are available in ancient Bengali. And he revealed many sadhanas. And on the last day, on the 7th day, the Lord Kanha, who now was the Siddha Krishnacharya, breathed his last, and with his last breath, his body dissolved into light, and his guru was present, and the light of his body, of his dissolving body, merged with his guru, and he dissolved into the infinite space. This is the ultimate result of Sahaja. So what I would like you to understand from this story, that yes, Sahaja means the natural awareness, simply our ordinary awareness left as it is, the mind left as it is, but not an ordinary mind of a human who is selfish, who is full of pride, full of anger, full of irritation. The mind, after it has surrendered to the Guru. All of you are disciples of Bapu Shri Punitachariji, who has realized the Sahaja path, whose mind has become one with his Guru, the Lord Dattatreya, who has merged his mind into his Guru's mind. Please understand that you have to dissolve your own ego. Surrender it to the Guru, surrender it to Bapu Shri, surrender it to Lord Dattatreya, who is Bapu Shri. There is no difference between them. Surrender means to completely hand over. It is like becoming a baby in some sense and handing yourself over, not having the sense that you are going to manage all this spiritual activities yourself. You are going to manage all the energies in your body yourself. You are going to be in control. And when you experience the siddhis or you experience some subtle results, you are going to show them off. Then you are like Kanha. Then you will make disciples. People will be impressed by you, no doubt. But the goddess will not be happy. The Guru will not be happy. You will not attain the result like that. And then you will have to suffer like Kanha suffered. You will have to suffer the consequences of karma like anyone else. And we even say that on these paths, you will have to suffer even a little more than ordinary people because you are so close to the result. And the great Guru, the great deities, they want you to attain the result of the path. That's why you have to experience the consequences of ego even more than ordinary people. This is a little secret I'm telling you, that once you enter the Sahaja path, you really should surrender your personal little ego mind. Hand it over to the Guru completely. How can you do this? From the moment you wake up, keep the Guru at the top of your head. Keep the Guru above you always, every moment of your day. Keep the Guru in your awareness. Never forget the Guru. Every instant of your day, the Sahaja awareness and the awareness of the Guru is one and the same. Till you fall asleep. And before you fall asleep, bring the Guru from the top of your head through the Nadi. Nadi is the subtle energy channel in your body that runs from the top of your head to your heart. Bring the Guru into your heart and fall asleep in the presence of the Guru. And again in the morning, bring the Guru back from the lotus of your heart to the top of your head. This is one of the secret instructions in the Sahaja scriptures, in the Sahaja Agamas. Never to be separate from the Guru. Not one moment of the day should you be separate. That is the Sahaja path. It is really the path of uniting your mind with the mind of your Guru. It's a very secret path and very sacred. So now, if you like to have 10 minutes of question answers, I'm sorry that the camera is not working. I hope you have enjoyed this and understood a little bit more about it. Sahaja is not just to be yourself as, sort of as the ordinary Mahendra Bhai Pankhania, but rather Mahendra Bhai merging his mind with a Siddha, someone who has accomplished the path of Sahaja, and then resting in your natural awareness. All right, it's very important to understand this difference. So please feel free to ask whatever you wish. You can also type it into the chat, or you can speak as you like.
So please, if anybody has a question, unmute your microphone. Thank you, Acharya Vidya Bhaskarji, for the talk on Sahaj Dhyan. So if anybody has a question, please unmute the microphone and take this opportunity to ask. Or you can type the question and into the chat.
Can I ask a question, please, Vidya Bhaskarji?
Yes, please.
One of my gurus, he says that if we keep on chanting continuously, whether we're sitting down, walking, doing, whatever we're doing day to day, we still can meditate, and what we chant is what we become. Is that really true?
Yes, it is a slightly different path than the Sahaja path. The Sahaja path is to connect with a guru who has realized the Sahaja path. You see, this is the difference. That when you connect with a guru who has realized the Sahaja path, then your own mind connects with their mind. And then when you relax into your own natural awareness, it flowers by itself. You see, this is the secret, very secret method. It sounds so simple, but it happens, really does happen. It begins to flower by yourself because the energy of the guru, and not only that guru, all the gurus before him, the entire parampara of Sahaja masters, it flows into you and it activates your energy. Now, madam, what you're talking about is the path of japa, the path of the chanting, mantra repetition, which is a different path. It is also very useful because mananat trayate iti mantra, that a mantra is that which protects you from thinking too much. And mostly the problems in life, they come from thinking too much, don't they? And overthinking, and not rather than connecting with the divine. So when you repeat a mantra, it helps you to align yourself with the energy of that mantra, with the divinity the mantra is connected to. So this protects you in the sense of, for instance, I'll give you a very concrete example. Let us say you wake up in the morning. This is a very concrete example. You wake up in the morning, and usually I wake up very early. I can't help it. I wake up at 4 o'clock or something like that. A terrible habit, but in this case, it's supposed to be good. I'm just joking. So, and then it is very natural for the sort of the energies of the body not to be fully in a good mood yet. You see, that starts happening when the sun rises. Then with the energies of the sun, sort of the body becomes very auspicious. But before that, I think many of you experience this, that there's sort of not the best mood in the morning. Now, madam, we have two options in that moment. We have two options. One is we can go the ordinary way, which is we go along with that mood. And then the rest of our day becomes filled with a bad mood. And then, please think, what happens when the day is filled with a bad mood? Then you begin to see everything negatively. You don't interact with people positively, you interact with them negatively, and then they begin to interact with you negatively, etc., etc. It is like a butterfly effect, and it all begins with the bad mood in the morning. This is the way sort of ordinary people do it, right? They go along with their mood. But the spiritual practitioner, the sadhaka, does not do that. They recognize their mood. They know this is only a mood. This is only a state in me. I can replace this state by repeating the mantra. And Kanchanji, this is what your guru means. By repeating the mantra, you start producing positive states, positive energies, positive vibrations. And then your mind begins to adopt those, and the negative mood begins to diminish. It goes from 100% negative to maybe 75%. And then it goes from 75% to 50%. Then it goes from 50% to 25%. And then it goes to 10%. And then it vanishes. And your mind suddenly is filled only with the positivity which the mantra has brought. You see, this is what your guru means, that you become that. You understand?
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Look, beautiful teachings. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Welcome. Maybe one more question from someone, if there is anybody.
Hari Om and Jai Guru Dutt, Vidya Bhaskarji. This is Praveen Pankania.
Hari Om, Praveenji.
Hari Om. If I go to India, I will meet many people who can claim that they are gurus, that they would like to become my gurus. In short, actually, I'm just asking you, how do we know that this person is a true guru? What are his lakshan? Thank you.
It's a very good question. There are a few points. First of all, one of the simple most points is, does the person live in simplicity? Simplicity is one of the lakshanas, one of the signs of a true guru. Sahaja also means simplicity, really. If you know, many meanings to the word sahaja. Because the very nature of our innermost being is simple satisfaction, simple contentment, a natural joy, a natural happiness that is simply present through our consciousness, that simply comes to expression through even our breathing becomes blissful when we practice this path. And someone who has accomplished this clearly doesn't need expensive luxury to feel happy. So that is one sign where you see a lot of luxury, or you see a lot of outer displays of wealth and all that. I would be careful. That is already a sign of something degenerate. There's something wrong there. Something has gone wrong there. That is one of the signs. Another sign is someone who has practiced this usually is quite cheerful. And you can recognize cheerful people, Praveen Bhai, by seeing your own state of mind when you are in their presence. Do you feel more cheerful? Do you feel that something is coming over from their mind to your mind? Or do you feel sort of a weight? Do you feel heavy? And I trust in the intuition of most human beings to feel that themselves. Because you see, Shaktipat means the transmission of energy, the transmission of Shakti. It can also happen on a very subtle level. It doesn't have to be very dramatic. You know, that you feel all these energies inside you. It can be very subtle. Do you feel better after being in the presence of that person or not? And the third lakshana is humility. Praveen Bhai, I believe it is quite easy to recognize humility in someone else. Someone who realizes the true nature of all things is not filled with pride at all, because they also see the infinity, the infinite vastness of this reality around them. Around us is this infinite vastness. And in light of that, you see, even though you have known the divinity yourself, you also see that you are in some sense nothing, and that the divinity is everything. So you see in your heart that you are nothing, and yet you see that the divinity is everything. Does that produce pride, Praveen Bhai? No. So if you see pride in someone, it's also not a good sign. Whereas if you see true humility in a person, then you can see, yes, you might not know that has the person realized the full measure of the absolute truth. That you can't know. That takes some time. That's why the Guru Gita says you should wait for 12 years. You should be with the Guru, yes, you should interact with the Guru, and you should follow his teachings, of course, or her teachings, but do so for 12 years. And do it critically. But Praveen Bhai, the Guru also has to look at you critically. Are you a worthy student? So it's also the Guru's right to see you critically. Are you just there to upgrade your status? Oh, I am part of a great elite now. I am, with this Guru, therefore I am part of a great elite. You see, sometimes it's also the students who are not worthy of the Guru. So the student also has to be worthy. The adhikara, the qualification of the student is just as important as that of the Guru. So that's why the Guru Gita says to both the Guru and the student should look at each other critically for 12 years. And then you should say, yes, this is a true teacher. And the Guru should say, yes, this disciple is really worthy of receiving my teachings. All right?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So let us finish here. Hari Om, all of you. And so sorry that my camera is not working. Hari Om, Tat Sat, Jai Guru Datta.
Hari Om, Tat Sat, Jai Guru Datta. Thank you, Acharya Vidya Bhaskarji. We're very blessed to have this talk by you. And so now we continue straight into the chanting of the Guru Mantra, Hari Om Tat Sat Jai Guru Datta, with Chandrakantji Shukla. Thank you, Chandrakantji.
Hari Om. It's very kind of and very inner evoking words of Sri Vidya Bhaskarji. You are always there whenever we ask you. That's very kind of you. आपका आशीर्वाद हम पर बने रहे. Your blessings we would like to have all the time with us. And as you know, Vidya Bhaskarji also is having very regular basis his program. And we would like to join you all the time. There's a Sanskrit class, there are Buddha's tradition, so many things are there. Anyway, let's chant and meditate. If you want to realize the Sahaja, Dhyan, natural way of meditation, where what Vidya Bhaskarji told that it is a Sahaj, natural, where you do not do anything at all, allow everything to happen its own way. So what has been told, is it that truth? Does it make any sense? Do you want to experience it? These are the three questions to you all who are listening this. Then my request is to you, let's chant from the deep of the heart and sit in meditation without any expectation. Whatever is happening, allow it to happen. Close your eyes and then concentrate on your breathing. We'll start with 3 rounds of, not 3 rounds, sorry, 11 rounds of Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Let's breathe out all together and breathe in. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. 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 Bow down to Lord Ganesh, Vignaharta Sukhakarta. Remove all the obstacles and give all the pleasure. Let's chant Guru Vandana. We bow down to Guru. We'll not repeat twice, we'll repeat only once today. Shatabaranamana Guru Dev. Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Sadaguru. He Brahma Vishnu Mahesh. He Antarayami Sadaguru. Shatabaranamana Guru Dev. Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Sadaguru. He Giranari Guru Dev. He Satchidananda Sadaguru. Shatabaranamana Guru Dev. Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Sadaguru. He Papaharo Guru Dev. He Shraddha Bhakti Badao. Shatabaranamana Guru Dev. Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Sada We pray to all the gurus. Any guru whom you believe, just chant Jai Guru, 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 Jai Guru. Jai Guru, 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 Digambara, Digambara, Shripad Vallabha Digambara, 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 Shripad Vallabha Digambara, Digambara. Digambara Shripad Vallabha Digambara 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 Shripad Vallabha Digambara Shripad Vallabha Digambara Pahimam Pahimam Rakshamam Rakshamam Pahimam Pahimam Rakshamam Rakshamam. O Guru, protect us, protect us. Forgive us, forgive us. Just meditate on the Guru. All the Siddhas, Vishwamitra, Jamadagni, Bharadwaj, Gautama, Atri, Vashishta, Kashyapa. These all are the Rishis, sage and saints. सब तीर्थंकर उद्दास सबको वंदन करें. Just bow down to them. Let's chant the mantra. It's very simple. Hari Om Tat Sat Jai Guru Tat. Hari he himself is Om. That is the truth. And that the meaning which was been explained by the Guru himself, that who give us the knowledge and makes us able to understand ourselves. Dadami Atma Tattva Bodham iti Dattatre. Atma Tattva ka udbodhan kar, who makes us to realize the soul with knowledge. And everybody would like to do that, isn't it? Let's chant from the deep of the heart. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om. Tasata. Jaya Guru Datta. All together. Hari Om. Tasata. Jaya Guru Datta. Hari Om Tat Sat. 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 Jaya Guru Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Hari Om Datta, Jai Guru Datta. Jai Guru Datta, Hari Om Datta, 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 Jai Guru Datta, Vittal, Vittal, Vittala, Hari Om Vittala, Vittal, Vittal, Hari Om Vittala, Vittal, Vittal, Vittala, Hari Om Vittala, Vittal, Vittal, Vittala, Hari Om, Hari Om Vittala, 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 Vittal, Vittal, Vittala, Hari Om Vittala, Vittal, Vittal, Vittala, Hari Om Vittala, Hari Om Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Hari Om Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Hari Om Datta, Jai Guru Datta. Hari Om Datta, Jai Guru Datta, 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 Hari Om Datta, Jai Guru Datta. Datta Jai Guru Datta, Hari Om Datta, 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 Jai Guru Datta, Hari Om Datta. Hari Om Datta, Jai Guru Datta, 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 Hari Om Datta, Jai Guru Datta. Keep eyes closed. Sit in comfortable posture. We will meditate for 20 minutes. When the time is over, we'll let you know. Hari Om Tat Sat Jai. Meditate on your Guru and then leave it as it is. It's the natural way. श्वास की गति पर ध्यान केंद्रित करें. Focus on your breathing. Remain in silence. You'll find the peace within yourself. That's the guarantee. sukhinah sarve santu niramaya sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kasyit dukkha bhag bhavet. We pray for entire universal. Everybody should get happiness. Any difficulty, any misery should not happen to all of this humanity and all over the world in kingdom. Also we say Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor ma Amritam Gamaya. From untruth to the truth, from darkness to the light, and from death to immortality. O Lord, lead us, lead us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Samuhik Dhyan. Before we finish this, only one thing I would like to mention here, that if I ask a straightforward question to all of you who are here, that did you find a peace? Then everybody will say yes with their hand raised. So peace is within yourself, not anywhere else. And we have to find that. So every first Sunday of the month we meditate. It is a samuhik. It is together. If you do individual at home, you can meditate, you will be meditating, but result will be more easy for you to switch off and go inside because of samuhikta, because of the collectivity. If you are collective, sitting and meditating, chanting, it will be more easy. So let's chant all the time in the group, and that will be excellent thing to go inside. One last thing would like to add here. Kabira soya kya kare? Kabira soya kya kare? Baitha raho raja, जिनके संगत बिछरो वाही के संग लाग. The Kabira, the Lord Rama is one of the most dedicated saint. He said that what if you are awakened, of you are sleeping, of you are sitting, आप जागते बैठे सोते क्या करें? बैठा रहे आ जागे. जिनके संगत you have come out of yourself. So go and sit with yourself. Thank you very much for sitting with yourself for 20 minutes also. Much, much obliged. Thank you very much. Priya.
Thank you, Chandrakantji. So we will now have Aarti.
Oh, yeah. Mira. Mahesh bhai?
Okay.
Okay. आरती करूं तेरी, मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनोहरि सर्वमंगल मंगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जलेन प्रदक्षिणं कृत्वा पुष्पैः देववंदनम। आप सबको आता है, सब बोलेंगे। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृति स्वभाव करोमि यद्य सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति आवाहनं न जानामि तवार्चनं पूजां चैव न जानामि क्षमस्व परमेश्वर गतं पापं गतं दुःखं गतं दारिद्र्यमेव च आगता सुख संपत्ति पुण्योऽहं तव दर्शनात्। ओम योः शांति अंतरिक्ष गुः शांति पृथ्वी शांतिरापः शांति रौषधय शांति वनस्पतय शांति विश्वे देवाः शांति ब्रह्म शांति सर्वगुः शांति शांतिरेधि सामः शांति यतो यतः समीहते ततो नो अभयं कुरु सन्न कुरु प्रजाभ्यः पशुभ्यः। पशुओं पक्षियों animal kingdom, bird kingdom, everybody should get that happiness. We pray for entire universal. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru Datta. You may like to take the आरती also. Please do so. आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और सूचना है तो आप दे दीजिए, यानी सूचना।
Hari Om Tat Sat, Jai Guru Datta. So the first announcement is 15th November. It's 2 weeks' time on Sunday. Please keep the date free. It is Sakshat Din. It is the day that the mantra has been received by Bapu Shri, and there will be an event organized in the morning. So please keep the morning free. Details will be shared shortly. And the more of us that come together to chant the mantra, there will be ongoing japa chanting for hours. So let's all please come together and chant the mantra as much as possible. So please keep 15th November free. And the next monthly meditation is the first Sunday of the month in December which is Sunday, the 6th of December. So please make a note and keep it free. So thank you, everybody. If there are any other announcements.
Dhanyawad, that's all. 15th November is a very important day. Please join. You must join that day. उसी दिन भगवान आए थे. That's the day where the Bhagavan Lord Dattatreya came and gave this mantra. So it is up to you whether you would like to chant on that day or not. You can chant for whole day and night. At least whatever has been decided from 6 to whatever 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Please do. Jai Guru Datt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dhanyawad.
Thank you, everyone.
Chandrakant, thank you.
Bhai, Priya, Vidya Bhaskar ji.
So everyone. बहुत धन्यवाद.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you very much.
Oh, Sumit Ben.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Devyani Ben, Jai Shri Krishna. Thank
Jai
you.
Shri Krishna Kaka, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, my iPad ma video નથી આવતો.
Smita.
Thank you, Kaka.
Nice of you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Peace of mind.
Yeah,
Jai
Smita.
Jai Guru Datta.
Guru Datta.
Happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy-
Bye.
धन्यवाद जय श्री कृष्ण.
Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna Vadane.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Ben.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Chandrakant Bhai. Thank you. Thank you, Chandrakant Bhai.
Thank you. Thank you, Saroj Ben. Oh, Nalini Ben.
That's okay.
Namaste, Naresh Bhai.
Namaste. Namaste.
Hima Ben.
Yeah.
Pushpa Ben, Dhiru Bhai.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Shila Ben. Praveen Bhai.
Yes.
Yogini Ben. Dhanyawad.
धन्यवाद.
Saras.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Everybody, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri
Jai
Krishna.
Gurudatta Chandrakant Bhai.
બોલો બેન.
So જય ગુરુદત્તા, અમારા ખૂબ ખૂબ પ્રણામ અને વિદ્યા ભાસ્કરજીને તમને બધાને થેન્ક યુ. સરસ ગંગામાં નવાઈ છે.
Smita Ben both saru bolya tha. She has got a beautiful voice and so nice to actually hear her. અને આખરે મીરા બેન ને પણ અમારા જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ. નમસ્તે.
જય શ્રી કૃષ્ણ.
ધન્યવાદ મહાશય.